On the news tonight, teachers of LEA schools in Kuje Area Council of the FCT embark on strike. Four persons die in multiple auto crash in Abuja. And Abuja Muslim Forum engages Christian groups on peaceful elections.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on the news at 7 p.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station. I am Frama Panyi. Let's begin with education. Pupils of all LEA schools in Kuje Area Council of the FCT have remained at home despite resumption date 9th January 2023 for the second term academic session announced by the FCT Education Secretariat. This means all primary and secondary schools are expected to resume for the new term. Hadiza Godwin-Ebune visited some of the schools, reports that the teachers are on strike to drive home their demands.
These are some of the LEA schools in Kuje Area Council under lock due to the industrial action embarked on by the FCT primary school teachers in Kuje over what the term outstanding entitlements, which include payment of salaries to 2018 recruited teachers, submission of the agreed template of payment of LEA teachers and payment of salaries to 2022 reabsorbed teachers. To these grievances, the Executive Education Secretary, Kuje Area Council, Zakara Yunus Akepi, responds.
From the content of their letter that triggered the strike, they mentioned about 3 items. One was centered on their outstanding area that has been agreed by a committee set by ministerial committee to pay their outstanding areas, which a template was formed and the money has been splitted to be paid every month 18 million from the area council allocations. We started paying this money for almost 3 months or 4. So it was later, by the agreement, the allocation of the area council started falling. They could not afford to pay this money again. We have all agreed this January 2023, we are going to absorb them fully with their annual increment. That has been agreed.
The pupils of the LEA schools in Kuje did not resume the second term with other schools in the 6 area councils of the FCT. This makes it 1 week loss in the academic session. Hadiza Godwin-Ebune, NTA News.
The saying, "It is better late than never," was the expression of FCT residents as they begin to withdraw the redesigned Naira notes from automated teller machines. Odiri Arutere has details.
This is the directive by the CBN that banks should start dispensing new Naira notes from the ATM. We are here to ascertain the situation right here in Area 8.
That I am still alive when Nigeria is changing currency and I'm partaker.
From what I gathered out there is that these machines are dispensing the new Naira notes. Let's find out.
The first bank I'm coming to, and this is the first time I am seeing the new notes. So I'm a very happy customer this morning, and at last,
This is my first time of actually receiving the new note on the ATM machine.
I have my main
100,000 here now. This is the money, and so I don't have any problem. So happy.
Meanwhile, Kehinde Adelowo has different experience at the ATM he earlier visited.
Only 2 new 1,000 notes, and the rest is the old 1,000 notes. The director, I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all. So when our government says something, they should be able to practice what they say.
Some they mix up with old money, some totally new money.
FCT residents expressed joy for receiving the new Naira notes from the ATM. In Abuja, Odiri Arutere, NTA News.
Thank you, Odiri, for that report. Now, no fewer than 4 persons were killed in a car crash which occurred mid-noon Sunday along the popular Nikon Junction in Abuja. Hawagimba, who visited the scene of the accident, reports that the accident occurred while a motorist tried to maneuver a resident on the highway.
This is the particular spot where the fatal car crash occurred, killing about 4 persons and leaving many injured. Chairman of the Nikon Gishiri Junction Motor Park, Joshua Khalid, who expresses heartbreak over the crash, says both commuters and passengers were involved in the crash as a resident crossed the highway, leading the motorist to maneuver and consequently crashing into 4 other vehicles.
I advise them not to park on the roadside. We have a bus stop, but they don't usually want to use the bus stop.
Abubakar Hassan and 2 other victims are receiving treatment at the National Hospital. He speaks on the incident.
I used cadastral bridge to cross the road. In my way to Mabushi to go and buy some soup items. I stopped a vehicle, he stopped. I first put my charge inside from the back seat. Myself enter. That is what I know.
Unit Commander, Central Business District, Imran Ibrahim, explains further on the road crash.
The accident was fatal. They found dead bodies on the road. Vehicles, about 4 vehicles involved, damaged, and then so many people injured.
Residents appeal for the urgent attention of road safety managers, even as our camera lens captures a truck driving against traffic. Hawagimba, NTA News.
Meanwhile, a fire outbreak Sunday evening occurred at the AA Renault fuel station along Abuja-Lokoja Expressway in Gwagwalada while a fuel-laden truck awaited discharge of its content. But for the prompt response of the police, firefighters and other emergency respondents, the incident would have resulted to a major calamity. Onoti Yakubu brings us update.
Observers say incidences of fire disaster around the company's facility in Abuja have become one case too many. Barely 3 weeks ago, another fire outbreak was recorded at AA Rano filling station around the Mpape Junction.
We are going to go and look very carefully, look deep to see if we can really understand what is going on. But
in the interim, immediate impact of the disaster on petroleum product consumers in Gwagwalada community has been heightened. The worst hit are these commercial motorcyclists as well as interstate transporters operating at Wazobia Park in Gwagwalada.
So actually, we are not happy with this thing that is happening here.
Other stations are selling 350, 400 per liter.
At the nick of time, an investigative team of the regulatory agency arrived at the scene of the incident with a target to forestall reoccurrence and threats to health, safety, environment, and community.
At the moment, we only have a preliminary, report, so there's no detailed report on the...
Rehabilitation work on the filling station has commenced in earnest, and the management are hoping that the investigating authorities, as to ascertain the root cause of the fire incident, will do their bit in earnest to ensure that the filling station resumes services to members of this community. Onotu Yakubu, NTA News.
And now, the Abuja Muslim Forum has restated the need to promote peace before, during, and after the general elections. Hawagimba reports that this was emphasized at a peace ambassador's engagement with a Christian group during the Abuja Muslim Forum Talim season.
This gathering by peace advocates is to chart a way forward on the importance of peace in every given society. Speakers emphasized that peace is a prerequisite for successful elections.
So we do really need peace, and without peace we cannot progress. We have to create peace.
I know there is anger in Nigeria. Some people are angry with themselves, some people are angry with each other, but inevitably we all want peace.
To sensitize our people to be very, very conscious of the importance of peace.
They tasked individuals, organizations, religious leaders, and traditional rulers to support the sensitization for peaceful coexistence, as this will bring more development in Nigeria.
I want to call on Nigerians to rally around government. Government can't do it alone.
Everybody should embrace peace.
This election that is by the corner, we are trying by all means to advocate for peace.
Hawagimba, NTA News.
Spreading the knowledge of Islam and acting on the teachings of the Holy Quran is the way Holy Prophet emphasized on during his lifetime. This was the central message at the unveiling of the book at Tafsir Maudu'i at the National Mosque in Abuja. Umidin Haliru tells us more.
At-Tafsir al-Mawdu'i is a book by Imam Ali Abubakar Bama al-Azhari with interpretations and explanatory extract from the Quran, which centers on the need for Muslims to instill the knowledge of the Quran in their lives in order to breed righteous Muslim generations as well as promote the Islamic culture.
It treated Quran not only by verses but by topics. So it's one of the most important places or areas that we need the contribution of scholars at this time.
You cannot interpret Quran without becoming a scholar. So the person that did this job is a wonderful job. He has added value to those people that can be able to interpret the Holy Quran.
The author of the book, Al-Tafsir al-Mawdu'i, Imam Abubakar Ali Bama, says it is a book written in Arabic to encourage tafsir during Ramadan.
The Quran is very difficult to understand, so all language, and then he say you must somewhat to translate it because Quran come with different meanings.
Dignitaries at the occasion say the book is a way for people to seek guidance from Allah. The book with Arabic commentary is a means for people to navigate the teachings of Islam and that of the companions of the Prophet in transferring the knowledge of the Quran for the conduct of mankind. In Abuja, Ummidin Haliru, NTA News.
To everything there is a time and season on the earth is a popular scripture of the Holy Bible that gives credence that all things and activities that have a beginning must end. It is to this that the Director News of the Voice of Nigeria, Ben Adam Shemang, celebrates his exit from the civil service. Cecilia Julius captures sights and sounds of the event.
Everybody's excited and happy.
Those were the testimonies and unforgettable experiences of the personality Ben Adam Shemang, whose colleagues, friends, and well-wishers describe as a team player, patriotic, and one endowed with wealth of wisdom.
He showed commitment and he showed patriotism, and as you have heard from other testimonies, he is a detribalized Nigerian and who takes everybody as his own.
Well, I wish him that Almighty God will continue to give his beloved family more strength, health, and comfort.
I'm feeling like a newborn baby. I've just been released from an old order to a new order. I remember when I first started work, somebody came saying, as you start work today, start preparing for your retirement.
I see him as a lecturer, my teacher, so to say.
Also present at the event were dignitaries of the pen profession. In Abuja, Cecilia Julius, NTA News.
Looking fresh for your date? Get even fresher with Close Up. New Close Up Triple Fresh formula. It cleans deeply, fights 99% of bacteria, and cools intensely, keeping you protected and fresh. Protected and fresh. Protected and fresh.
Let's take a picture.
Protected and fresh. Still fresh, still protected.
Feeling cool and protected.
All day confidence to get close.
Oh yeah, take it close. Sure to close.
New Close Up Triple Fresh formula.
Yesterday I got a call from Glow. I won a 3-bedroom bungalow.
Yes, guys! Guess what? I won a car.
I won a generator by participating in the Festival of Joy promo by Glow.
Hey, you
So don't do this one for me. You know, to make it set to me with sewing machine.
I won generator last year. This year I won for
It's a celebration like no other with prizes like no other. 20 new houses to be won. 24 brand new cars. 200 sewing machines. 100 generators. 1,000 rechargeable fans. Glow Festival of Joy promo. Dial *611# now.
And in sports, Insurance of Benin set to battle Plateau United on Thursday as Nigeria begins campaign for Under-18, Under-20 IHF Continental Trophy today. Details with Francisca Bile on Sports Brief.
The Nigeria Premier Football League 2022 and 2023 Match Day 2 fixture involving Bender Insurance and Plateau United has been rescheduled to hold on Thursday. The fixture adjustment, which is occasioned by logistics concerns, now expected to kick off at 4 p.m. on Thursday at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium in Benin City. Talking handball, the national under-18 and under-20 male handball teams will begin their campaign for the International Handball Federation Continental Trophy Championship today. The teams qualified for the Continental Championship after winning both the under-18 and under-20 categories of the IHF Challenge Trophy for Africa Zone 3 in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. In tennis, defending champion Rafael Nadal has qualified for the second round of the Australian Open after beating Jack Draper in 4 sets, 7-5, 2-6, 6-4, 6-1. Nadal now faces Mackenzie McDonough, who beat fellow American Brandon Nakashima in Krellin 5-set epic 7-6, 7-6, 1-6, 7-6, 6-4. With Sports Brief, Francisca Bile, NTA News.
Family, friends and well-wishers converged in Abuja for a service of songs for the late Professor Charles Dokubo, former coordinator for the Presidential Amnesty Program from 2018 to 2020. The interim administrator of the Presidential Amnesty Program, Major General Barry Tarie Indiomo, retired, led others to the event, and Aisha Bali has the report.
The service of song in honor of Dokubo, a former special advisor to the President of Niger Delta and coordinator of the Presidential Amnesty Program, attracted a full house of present and past management and staff, family, friends, and as well as well-wishers to the Musa Yar'Adua Center in Abuja. Prayers and tribute, as well as well wishes for Dokubo's final journey.
In life, there is a time to be born and a time to die.
I first saw him as a difficult person, but within a very short time, I saw that he was a very nice person. We had very quick understanding of ourselves.
The officiating minister, Pastor Obina Obioma, spoke on the need for a man to always thrive, to live a worthy life that is kind and pleasant, with the fear of God when we are alive. Born on 23rd of March 1952 in Abonima Akukulu local government area of Rivers State, Dokubo died in 2022 at the age of 70 years. In Abuja, Aisha Ubali, NTA News.
May his soul rest in peace and may the Almighty comfort his friends and family. And that's the news tonight, but don't go away. Translations coming up next. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.
Abedazaza ishandaje zuma onewa gobagnayi duduge abwa ayepezan ba guyanu danu akinzinna baye bayi nyele nya yepezan nya Hadiza Godwin Ebune wela bisheba wenlo kuje ayepezan ba azazanya wenbe na beda nge abi tebe finu ayepezan ba antigana aza mba be ye ba wu enyan ba ba afile nu api ba gan abako jin ba fi na api akonige ye ato gbaba ta tnya mba ko jin eye ngun atun nkola diayun ansu koi nsadi azoko ganduba na igaba pelege na ikonya na ibalo na pabu igbege na ikon junction amato ko she jajebe nsu nlo ngun anyi hawa gimba wela lo sheba no abaiho wo gege amato ba she jaje ngun anyi aza ngun anyi ba ku jin sanji oboko jin amato ba she jaje okonige babe bui aza si mbabe pebe ba zanzan pe nu nzokoluko Abubakar Hassan bedenu azaje mba wu bayin ba pelenu aya sanjin ba nu alafiya zan ba inzenya nko jinle nanu akinzin nan bedogun sala giya nanu akinzin na ba ku beda to gbe nan yinkun nge aye bugbafu nsaye kwase ase asanu abekin agnabi chen ayla agnabi zekin nanu ayikin nkoyin hawa gimba njesun wale sheba we be na bedai wa gange ayejin yejienu ngbaje nu ISV anshi abawe mbani yijele mbwe nsapa bugbafu to leya nanu ayikin zindaye nkoyin beza beda wachike obwe nkote nai atajan abwa dakobon ababwa wole lainu saisu
Jama'a masu kallo da sauraron mu barkanmu da warhaka. A takaice kamar yadda aka saba ga fasarar wasu daga cikin labaran yau mai karantawa Yusuf Yakubu. Bayan dawowa daga hutu ranar 9 ga watan Janairu inda aka fara zangon karatu na biyu wato second term a makarantun Abuja. Wakilar Mahawo Hadiza Godin Ebony ta kai ziyara a wasu makarantun Abuja ta kuma labarta mana cewa ɗaliban makarantun LEA da ke karamar hukumar Kuje za su ci gaba da zama a gida duk da sakatariyar ilimi ta Abuja ta sanar da fara karatun zangon wanda ke nufin ɗaukacin makarantun Abuja ana fatan su koma kan karatu. Ɗaliban za su ci gaba da zama a gida saboda malamansu na yajin aiki domin a biya su wasu bukatunsu da suka hada da albashin malaman da aka ɗauka a shekara ta 2018. Kimanin mutane hudu ne suka riga mu gidan gaskiya a sanadiyar wani hatsarin mota da ya faru jiya da rana a kan sanannen titin mahadar Nikon da ke nan birnin Abuja. Wakiliyar Hauwa Gimba ta kai ziyara inda hatsarin ya faru ta kuma labarta mana cewa hatsarin ya faru ne bayan da wani mai mota ya yi ƙoƙarin ya wuce sai ta kwace ta kashe mutane hudu nan take, wasu kuma suka jikkata aka kai su asibiti inda a yanzu haka suke karɓar magani. Ƙungiyar Musulmi ta birnin tarayya Abuja ta sake jaddada ƙudurinta na fatawar zaman lafiya da lumana kafin zaɓe, a lokacin zaɓe da kuma bayan an ƙare. Wakiliyar Hauwa Gimba ta rawaito mana cewa ƙungiyar ta bayyana haka ne a taron wayar da kan al'umma akan zaman lafiya da ƙungiyar abokan zamanmu mabiya addinin Kirista a nan birnin Abuja. To duka-duka ya kashin abin da ya sauwaka kenan a labaranmu ne, sai kuma gobe idan Allah ya kai.
N'akụkọ ụwa nke taa, aha m bụ Rachel Ifi Ono. Gere akụkọ ụwa n'uju ya. Ụmụ akwụkwọ praịma nke okpuru ọchịchị Kuje dị n'isi ala ya abụrụla ndị nọ n'ụlọ n'agbanyeghị na ụlọ akwụkwọ emepeela. Hadiza Godwin Ebune wetara akụkọ na ndị nkụzi na ya bụ obodo gbara abụba ọrụ iji weta ihe ha chọrọ ọ gakwara n'ihu kwuo na ihe ndị ha chọrọ gụnyere ụgwọ ọnwa eji ndị ewere ọrụ n'afọ 2018 nakwa ụgwọ ọnwa afọ 2022. ihe dịka mmadụ anọ alaala mmụọ na ihe mberede okporo ụzọ mere na ehihie Sọnde n'ihu Nikon Hawa Gimba mgbe o mere njem ọrụ gaa n'ogige ebe ya bụ mkpamkpa nọrọ kpaa wetara akụkọ na mmadụ anọ nwụrụ ebe ọtụtụ ndị merụrụ ahụ ma nọrọ n'ụlọ ọgwụ na-anata nlekọta. Onyeisi oche na ya bụ ọdụ ụgbọ ala Nikon Gishiri Joshua Khalil gosipụtakwara obi mgbawa maka ya bụ ihe mberede okporo ụzọ. Otu ndị Islam akpọrọ Talim ekwupụtala mkpa ọ dị ịkwalite udo tupu mgbe nakwa mgbe emechara ndọrọndọrọ ọchịchị ọha na-abịa n'ihu. Hawa Gimba wetara akụkọ na nke a pụtara ihe mgbe ndị otu a nakwa ndị otu Kraịst nwere nnọkọ maka udo n'isi ala anyị bụ nke ha mere iji kọwaa uru udo bara. Ha gakwara n'ihu kwuo na ịkọwa etu a ga-esi kwalite udo ga-enye aka mee ka ala anyị abụ Naịjirịa dị mma. Igbo bụ Igbo, ọ gwụla ka ọ ha anyị n'ọnụ. Ndewo.
kalẹ̀ o ẹ̀sìnkú dédé wòyí ìròyìn iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún ti ìlú Àbújá ló ń dé sí etí ìgbọ̀yìn látẹnu Mobọ́lájí Mátì. Àwọn akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ilé ẹ̀kọ́ gbogbo ní ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Kùjé ò padà sẹ́nu ètò ẹ̀kọ́ bí ó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ wípé ọjọ́ 9 oṣù tí a wà yìí ní agbo ètò ẹ̀kọ́ l'Àbújá kéde wípé ètò ẹ̀kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Àdísà Ebùné ròyìn wípé ní àwọn ilé ẹ̀kọ́ kọ̀ọ̀kan tí òun yọjú sí àfi bí ẹni wípé àwọn olùkọ́ wà lẹ́nu ètò ìdáṣẹ́ sílẹ̀ láti fi ẹ̀hónú wọn hàn, pàápàá àwọn olùkọ́ tí wọ́n gbà láti nǹkan bí ọdún 5 sẹ́yìn tí wọn kò sì rí owó oṣù wọn gbà láti ìgbà náà. Ọ̀gá Sákàrí nínú ọ̀rọ̀ mẹ́nuba ìgbésẹ̀ tí ìjọba ń gbé lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀hún. Nǹkan bí ènìyàn 4 ló pàdánù ẹ̀mí látàrí ìjàmbá ọkọ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní oríta Nikon l'Àbújá. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Hawa Gimba tó yọjú sí oríta náà ròyìn wípé ẹnìkan tó ń gbé ní agbègbè ọ̀hún ló ń gbìyànjú àti fo òpópónà márosẹ̀ kọjá láì wọ̀túnwòsì. Awakọ̀ tó ń sáré bọ̀ lójú pópónà ń sapósa agbára láti má kọlu ẹni ọ̀hún. Bí ó ti ń gbìyànjú láti yà fún ní jàmbá ọ̀hún ṣẹlẹ̀. Lára àwọn tó farapa Abubakar Hasan sì ń gba ìtọ́jú ní ilé ìwòsàn gbogbogbò torílẹ̀-èdè. Nǹkan bíi níbi ẹ̀ka ìjókòó Talim ti ẹgbẹ́ Mùsùlùmí l'Àbújá fún àlàáfíà, ẹgbẹ́ yìí tún tẹnumọ́ ìdí pàtàkì láti gbé ètò àlàáfíà lárugẹ ṣáájú ètò ìdìbò, lákòókò ètò ìdìbò àti lẹ́yìn ètò ìdìbò gbogbogbò. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Hawa Gimba ròyìn wípé ọ̀rọ̀ náà ní kókó náà ni wọ́n dìmú níbi ìjókòó ìfọ̀rọ̀wọ́rọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ lẹ́yìn Kristi kan lábẹ́ ètò tí wọ́n pè ní ìjókòó àwọn aṣojú ètò àlàáfíà láti wá ọ̀nà tí àlàáfíà yóò ṣèjọba ní orílẹ̀-èdè. Kì í dùn púpọ̀ ṣéun ni ọbẹ̀ ògì títí òye ọ̀la Ojúmọ́ Ire ni yóò mọ́ wa.